Hold on to your bearer bonds. The used guitar market is crashing, diehard fans. It's me, Baxter.
And me, Jonathan.
We are back hard and fast with a vengeance. I'm excited to talk about bad shit happening.
Just to help with your impending sense of doom for the new year.
So 2023 is it's a wrap. At this
It's
point,
done.
I'd say we're not there yet, but it's almost a wrap.
We're in the lame duck phase.
This is it. Like we are Joe Biden, Ronald Reagan, whichever lame duck president you want to think of. I guess he's not a lame duck.
Sure.
Is he running for president? He is running. Never mind.
Is he alive? Yeah. he's
Shush.
alive. Sorry.
Don't make fun of my Roomba.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
here we go. Now, so 2023 was crazy
Yes.
in the guitar world. 2021 was crazy in a different way. It was like the biggest year of guitar sales like ever. Like 2020.
Making money.
Things went through the roof. 2023, your used guitar market.
Also lame.
It was
Limp, if you will.
I think like a Japanese Zero, just like trying to find that runway and just finds a big pile of dirt
It's not
instead.
good.
No, so it used to be like, people would think like, are my used guitars are going to be like, it's my investments. Some people thought that. I think it's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm gonna,
401k. Psh.
now, don't get me wrong, the vintage guitar market is still holding. That hasn't done the 2008 thing yet, because that did have a dip. And that was the time to buy some vintage guitars. If you were like on the fence, then you could swoop in like a vulture.
Oddly enough, you can't produce more vintage guitars.
Dag nab you.
But you can produce more new guitars. Weird.
And that is part of the problem. The Achilles heel here of this was the guitar manufacturers themselves. They didn't take the pedal off the accelerator at all. They're like full speed ahead.
God bless them.
And they were adjusting from 2022 was sort of like that. The end of that was sort of like the big cluster, is where they were just building and like a lot of the guitar shops that we've talked about, watched our past videos, sort of pulled out, like Guitar Center, Thomann, Sweetwater, like, hey, we don't want those guitars anymore. We're done. And the guitar manufacturer like, crap, we've already got them being built. This is mainly Squier and overseas and like everything. Every manufacturer was touched equally by the big three saying we don't want those guitars anymore. But then, unfortunately,
We've all been touched.
Inappropriately.
Inappropriately
As a
touched.
guitar reseller, as a
God.
guitar shop, it felt like that way at points. But I mean, we have a pretty happy-go-lucky attitude with this whole thing.
We do.
I know a lot of my other shop friends are like, this stinks. But it's like, it's going to be okay. They're trying to survive. They goofed up. We've all goofed up. I went hard on the Duosonics one year. Remember that?
Oh, you had a wall of them.
I had a wall of Duosonics. Like, this is going to be the cat's meow. We still have one left 5 years later. Just, we all make mistakes. Don't mind the train. That's just what we live with. In our new soundproof studio. The doors opened outside, too. That's part of it.
Ish. There's a crack.
Whatever.
I
What
think
happens
it
Sean
stays
comes.
like
It's
that.
all right. I don't mind it. It's
It's
okay.
fine.
He's got to come back. It's fine.
It's fine.
So we've tracked some of the big sellers of the year through Reverb. We've looked at the Fender American Professional, too, the Silver Sky SEs. We've looked at a few other pieces too, just to sort of like watch, because Silver Sky SE was like the biggest seller on Reverb, but it's also, you watch the sales trajectory paired with the massive price sort of sales from the manufacturers too.
Well, and I
Perfect
can't.
storm
I
for
can never
devaluation.
remember everything being on sale direct from the manufacturers the way it was this year. Everything's 20% off.
That's a whole other video. maybe
that is a
coming
whole
at you
other.
soon,
That is a
too.
whole
We're
other
going to talk
video.
about that.
But it definitely contributed to what we're talking about. To
Well,
used
just imagine,
prices.
because let's take the car thing. Let's say you're looking at a Tesla, and you bought one. Let's say you bought one like a year and a half ago, and then
Joke's
this
on you.
massive price decrease comes through, and you're like, dag nabbit. That's kind of what happened in the guitar market there as well. And we'll talk about that exact same thing in the video to follow. But I thought that was pretty funny.
And that happened to actual Tesla buyers.
No, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why it did happen. It's,
That's real.
Because
You know.
my wife keeps poking and prodding. She's like, "Yeah, look at these Teslas." I'm like, "I am." And they're cool. I'm 100%. I think they're awesome. But I was watching the price things, and it's scary. You never know. And then they lowered them, and then they raised some more. They went back up a little bit, and then you go. It's not like it used to be.
No.
And then
V8 power only, baby.
Well, you know,
God, Lord.
some of this whole crazy thing, feeling like prices are plummeting, I think also goes to the fact that we got used to this weird thing for a while where like used prices were like $50 less than new prices on a
Well, that was the
guitar,
2020,
you know?
21 that was a weird time that doesn't almost count.
Well, right. I'm just saying, but it's almost like gasoline, right? Like it gets jacked up to $4 a gallon for a year or two. Then all of a sudden, 309, you're like, oh my God, what a steal for this gasoline! It's amazing.
Because I remember when it was like $1.25.
Yeah, well,
was that a real thing? It was, right?
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I first started driving at least in good old Hamlin, North Carolina, you could get gas for under $1, 98
Under
cents a
$1?
gallon. Yeah, dude, 99 cents. And I remember it going over $1 consistently, and everybody was like, "The end is here. It's the end times."
And then I had my friends from California just visiting, and they were like, "God, gas is so cheap here." I'm like,
But it is a weird relative thing, So like, I kind of want to look back and see.
No, but you were right about like we got this expectation of like people. We were like, we'll take anything that says Gibson on it in the universe. Like back in the 2020, 21, like anything that says Gibson,
anything, yeah.
Anything that's new that says Fender, we want it. We'll take it. I'll buy anything because we'll sell it tomorrow. And it's the funny thing is tracking our overall sales as a shop, we have not dipped at all.
No,
We've actually grown a bit, which is shocking.
Right.
Because we're not really good at what we do. Yeah. I'm confused most of the days I walk in here. You're usually like rolling in on your
good to
tractor.
be self-aware.
I don't know. Derek only wears Derek's been wearing like white jumpsuits only, like white sweaty
For
hoodie
months.
and white tracksuits, pants. It's confusing. They're not velvet, so we're still okay.
You know how white is.
Sean wears a toboggan, and we don't know what we're doing, but we've done.
With his Marty McFly shoes. You just gotta have Marty McFly shoes now. I like them. I think they're cool.
When my wife wears like a vest, like a zip-up warm one, I call her Marty McFly, because they all call her like they thought he was in the Coast Guard in that movie, which I thought was brilliant. Which a movie sidetrack. Sorry, it's been a minute. If you have not watched Back to the Future in a while, the original, the one, the only, the true one, don't watch the other ones. They're fine, but one is it. It's probably I'd consider that a perfect movie.
It's a pretty great movie.
It's close to perfect as it gets as far as it sets it up. You go have your adventures, and it wraps up, and there's no fat. The Karate Kid is in the same boat.
The Karate Kid is amazing.
Those two sort of live. Most vintage movies don't hold up like those two, but if you haven't watched them in a while,
I still love Cobra Kai. I think that
I haven't
was
watched that yet.
delightfully fun.
I hear that's. I'm watching Veep right now still with my wife, and I enjoy it. I also find Julia Louis-Dreyfus extremely attractive, so that helps too. She's cast me out of me, and I like how horrible everyone is in that, and it reminds me of how DC must really be. Like everyone is just a horrible. Every
it's a good picture of local politics.
No, this is not. This is like the president.
I know.
No, but that's what I sort of imagine. Like everyone's just horrible in the show, and I imagine that's what it really is. Because
It probably is really like that.
One of my lobbyist buddies said, "No, that's how it really is. This is how everyone is there, and they're all looking for the next thing, and who can help me." And Jonah Ryan. Jonah Ryan's one of the greatest characters invented on television. Just check it out.
There you go.
His testicular cancer scare was really upsetting for me in the episodes. I mean, it was testicular cancer. I think they took his ball.
Ooh.
But that's another story. It's a side note. It happened in 2 minutes of the show.
Like all deflated.
No, so if you have some pieces that you're hanging on to right now, some guitars, like I mean, you know, now's not the greatest time.
I was gonna say maybe keep hanging on,
Like
unless you really gotta sell them.
But or unless you're just wanting to pivot into something else right now and immediately, you can do it. Like selling on your own is tricky. Like doing it as a trade through the shop is usually not your best bet, but it might be a good bet now. Like we send a lot of people to Facebook Marketplace even still just to.
And I hate to say this, the deal might be tried on that the Sweetwater Gear Exchange, and so that you can do your credit and get more stuff.
The
there.
Sweetwater Gear Exchange is something a lot of people forget, and we want to first and say this video is sponsored by Sweetwater Gear Exchange.
I should have worn my shirt. Dang it!
No, I just hung that shirt up.
Missed opportunity.
There's 2 Sweetwater Gear Exchange shirts in existence. We have one of them.
And I wore it in like 3 videos.
You wore it, and then I have it. I hung it in my wife's section of the closet right now, just to mess with her to see if she'll find it. Because she has so much crap in there right now. It's like it's killing me. It's killing me. She'll never watch this video, so I can say it. But it just keeps piling up, and like new shoe racks keep getting added. Like what's happening? I thought we were doing this whole idea of like what was that? The Japanese like get rid of clutter. Do you remember who that was? Marie Kondo.
Sure.
We were doing that whole Marie Kondo thing. I'm like, where'd Marie Kondo go in my closet? I just have one pair of pants and I'm wearing them.
I'm giving up.
I know, I'm just trying.
I
So
just
anyway,
live
hang
in
on your
filth.
pieces. Live a bit. Let them, or come bring them to the casino. We might be able to help you.
Or not.
Or not.
But we might.
Or the
It's
Sweetwater Gear
possible.
Exchange, and ask for the
Can't hurt to
head
ask.
operator. I'm not going to say his name here, but it's the guy who runs Sweetwater Gear Exchange. He's fantastic. He sent us our shirt. He's really cool. The video is not sponsored by them. We don't have sponsors because we're not that good, and nobody wants to sponsor us.
No.
That's not true. We get a sponsor offers all the time.
Surrender's our sponsor.
They're really weird sponsors. Did you say surrender?
With only in liquor though.
And,
Liquor
and
and
whenever we do
edible
a live
arrangements.
stream, Robert Reed sponsors us a
He
lot
does.
too.
Beer money.
It's that's like we use that for like Tokyo Express.
What we're gonna do today.
Yeah, I think that's the plan today already. Derek
Thank
doesn't know
God.
that. Derek, you ready for Tokyo? It's Wednesday,
It's Wednesday.
right? I've already asked all the guys.
Clear out all that French food in there.
Right back into our old ways.
Derek just got back from the beaches of Normandy,
It's true.
and he has stormed the French capital of all the great culinary delights. And he's back. Our toilets are ready for him. We have a high-speed toilet jet system installed for him, and it's great.
Bam.
Bam. So thanks for joining us. Click like, subscribe.
Hit the old bell.
Sell your guitar. Beware. Peace be with you.